Kembo, Kembo, Kembo natatanzambi. Yamazulu. Kinfumu kiakuyisa. Hallelujah. Nzambi abankulu. Nekongo kalunga. Zwalokumu tata. Zwalokumu. Ingeta. Our praises to the Benanzambi, Benakongo. I pray that you are doing well and that the Spirit is forever with you as we live in days of trouble, right? In this video, I want to talk about the cycle of life. In life, we have two kinds of seasons, right? We have the linear season, which goes from point A to Z, which has a starting point and an ending. It's like playing a video. As soon as you start playing the video, it is developing to its end. Hallelujah. Now, so is our life. Our life is linear. We are born and we are born again as we die. Yes, and we start another life. Our life is also secular. It means that we go through seasons of life. And as one season ends, the other season starts, and it ends again and starts again, and we go over and over and over and over again. Even though we're going through different seasons, we still remain in that cycle. So we have the secular season, secular events, and we have the linear timeline that goes from one point to the other, which has a beginning and an end. So I will be talking about the cycle of life. In the book of Ecclesiastics, we are told that everything has its time. That means that everything has its season. Yes? As long as we live, as long as the earth exists, we will go through different seasons. And in the world, especially if you're living in the West, we are known and familiar with the four seasons. Four in the Kikongo Yala, which represents rule, dominion, authority, administrations, etc. Yala, four in Kikongo. So Mbote to everyone, if you just came into this live feed, make sure to share and to like the video. Hallelujah. If you are new to the channel or you have been following me for a while, consider to subscribe and to support the channel and the work. You can also support by becoming a patron. Yes, details are below in the description box. So the book of Ecclesiastes tells us that everything has its time. Means everything has its own season. Yeah, we go through seasons. What was shall be again. What was done shall be done again. And Tatanzambi will return to those things which were. Hallelujah. You see. So when you look to the west, you may have this illusion that it will always remain strong. Eh? That it will always remain rich. Hallelujah. But remember, there are seasons in life. This is the season or the era of Eden. Yes. This is the season or era of Eden to rule, to have dominion. But its season is coming to an end. And a transition is taking place. It's already taking place. I told you last year the revelation I received from Tatanzambe and Pumutulindo that all powers, all cosmic powers are going back to Africa, are going back to Congo. All cosmic and spiritual powers that rules the four corners is going back to Congo, is going back to Africa. Now, prophecies of Tatanzambi and the revelations of Tatanzambi, you don't need to understand them. You only need to believe, right? You don't need to understand how he will do it, how it works. You only need to believe it. Remember, when Tatanzambe told Moses, Massa, go to Kemet and deliver my people out of the house of bondage. Massa only had a rod, right? But Tatanzambe transformed that rod in an object of power. So, as he presented himself before Pharaoh, the intellectual ones and the courts of Pharaoh deemed him to be insane or crazy, delusional, out of his mind. You see, understand? But he trusted in the one he met on the mountain. He trusted in the message he received and the mandate that was put upon him. He trusted. And as he returned to Kemet, he initiated the change of times, the change of season for Yisolele. You see, when Tatanzambe is moving to change times and seasons, he always sends messengers to declare, to speak, to release the prophetic word. And that's what we're doing. We are prophesying. We are telling you the things that are about to happen and the things that are happening right now. Because Tatanzambe does nothing unless he reveals his secrets, his counsel, his plans for his solele to his prophets, his servants. So I really believe, as it was revealed to me by the Spirit, by the one that sent me, Beve alone, that this is the time. We have entered the time of transition. All the cosmic powers are journeying back to Africa, to Congo. And you will see Africa rise and rise and rise and rise until it is above. Hallelujah. Now, as Africa will rise and rise and rise, what will happen with the world? What will happen with the West? The West will decline. You see? As Africa is rising, 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 the West cannot allow it. So they will fight against it because they know if Africa continues to rise and rise, it will bring problems and an end. And let me say, it will bring an end to their prosperity. Because the West depends on the resources that is in the ground and that is found in the ground of Africa. Africa is the mother of the world. It feeds the world. You know, mabele in the Lingala language can mean the ground, Yes. But Mabele in the Lingala language can also mean the breast. Yes. So Mabele is not only the ground but also the nourisher. Yes, it nourishes, it gives us food, it produces everything we need to sustain our body and to sustain our life. So the ground is a nourishment. Yes, a nourisher is a mother, is a mother. So Mabele meaning ground, but also the breast that gives milk or nourishment to a child. So Africa, the basin Congo is the mother that feeds her children, the world. You understand? So as Africa will begin to rise in this cycle of life, as we are entering a new season, a new era, it's the season for Africa. It's a season for the African people, the Bena Congo, Benan Zambi, and all the Africans. Because the rise of the African, the rise of the Benan Zambi, Bena Congo will also be the rise of all Africans. Yes. Congo. As Congo is restored, as Congo is healed, it will feed the world spiritually, hallelujah, metaphysically, in science and in politics. It will feed the world. Hallelujah. Hingeta, hallelujah. Mbote, mbote, betuabo. Hallelujah. Greetings to our brothers and sisters. If you just came in, like the video, share it. Hallelujah. Hingeta. Now, you know, what the Spirit spoke to me as I pray and meditate, right, is that we as African people must become lovers of Africa. Yeah. We must learn to love our mother, Africa. The Europeans, the Kadiampemba, through the system of mental enslavement, the mental programming, to the colonization and slavery, programmed our mind and spirit for many decennia, centuries. Now we need to deprogram and reprogram ourselves. Let's love Africa. Let's support Africa. Yes? Why? Because Africa is the future. The Kadian Pemba want you to think that Africa will just remain how it is. I tell you, it will not. Africa is the future. And if you have vision, you will know that Africa is the future. You will understand that it is the time for Africa. Hallelujah. Oh my God. Oh my God. You will understand. So, for everyone who believes what I say, look for ways how you can invest in Africa. Yes? Look for ways how you can invest in Africa. For those who are investing in Africa now will reap the benefits 100%. Because the West will become poor. Not today, not tomorrow, but it's coming. Yes, it's coming. And yeah, there's so much I want to say, right? But I cannot say everything on YouTube, you know. So much I want to say about this topic. So I'm being very careful. Uh, I already received a strike from YouTube. Okay. So, Africa will become once again the head. Yes, the Bena Congo will become once again the head, the leaders of the world. Yes. As everything is going back to its original pretense of the Creator, He who is the tail right now, He who is the dung in the world right now, He who is at the bottom right now and called cursed among the nations, hated by the nations, despised by the nations. The Tanzania said, once again, I will come, I will pour clean water upon you, I will purify you as a purifier of gold, I will put a crown and emblem upon you, and the world will know that I have loved and have chosen you. Even though you are called cursed among the nation, you will be called blessed. And the synagogue of nations, the synagogue of Satan, will know that I have loved you. And they will bow down at your feet and worship. That's the fate for Africa. Children of Africa are suffering for many centuries, right? How many children of Africa have died innocent deaths, brutal deaths during slavery, the Arabic slavery, right? The Christian slavery. How many millions upon millions? Yes, we can even say billions in the centuries, 4 centuries. Yes, and all the violence that they brought in when they colonized Africa. Hmm? This Kadiapemba king called King Leopold II alone killed tens of billions in Congo. Tens of billions. He alone. Right? And they're not talking about the genocide. But they love to remind us of the 6 million who died by their own, by the by the hands of the own brother. You know who I'm talking about. They love to remind us every year of those 6 million Kadiampemba who died in Germany by the hand of the own brother, European. Huh? But the tens of billion who King Leopold killed in Congo, they don't discuss it. So the African Holocaust is the true Holocaust crime against humanity in the world. In the world. I'm telling you, brothers, that Nzambi, being a righteous judge, Will he not stand up and judge the nations for the crimes they have committed? Yes. Will they not face the judgment? Will karma not come and hit them? It will definitely come. If the Tanzania, being a righteous judge, they cannot escape. Do we hate? No, definitely not. We don't hate. Hate is from the devil, you know. And righteous judgment has nothing to do with hate. You understand? Righteous judgment has nothing to do with hate. We don't hate. There's a righteous judgment from Zambi Mpungutulendo, who is also consuming fire that will descend upon the world. Those who enjoy riches now, let them enjoy. But because the time is coming that they will lose their wealth. Those who are drinking, eating, and feasting right now, drink, eat, feast. The time is coming that you will lay in the mud. Those who are clothing themselves with all kinds of expensive clothing, luxury, enjoy. Because the time is coming that you will walk on the streets in sackclothing. Hallelujah. The times are changing. The times are changing. Europe, the West will be hit by a war that will destroy many things. And I'm not talking about the Ukraine. Yes, it's part of it. But I'm not saying that this Ukraine situation or Russia is the beginning of the world war that will destroy Europe. No. I received something from Tatanzamba about this, but he did not tell me that this thing will explode into a world war. It's a conflict among the brothers. But a war will come that will destroy you. And then they will look to Africa. They will realize we need to take Africa. And they will come against Africa as a united front because they will realize that Africa will be the only salvation. Hey, people, are you listening? Eh? So let me just spark quickly. Eh? It will. It will, people. Yeah. So let us have courage. If you are on the continent, yes, start businesses. Don't play around. Yes, don't play around. Start businesses and start making and creating opportunities for those in the diaspora to invest in whatever businesses you are setting up and doing on the continent. Yeah, we need to create one front, one power. One stick can be broken easily, but two sticks, it's a bit difficult. But when you have three sticks, it will not be soon broken. So we need to come together. This is the time for Africa to arise. We have come, we have entered into the season. As the Tanzania said last year, all cosmic powers are converging back to Congo. This is our time. This is our moment. Start businesses in Angola. Start businesses in South Africa. Start businesses in Kenya. Start businesses in Zambia. Start businesses in Zimbabwe. Use your giftings and invite those in the diaspora to invest in it. This is our time. Africa, Bena Congo, Bena Nzambe, rise. Let's rise. The world will burn, but Africa will never burn. The world will collapse in economic, crash, economic devastation, but Africa will only rise. Will only rise. So open your eyes. Don't believe in the lies of Kadian Pemba. Everything they told you is to keep you down. Yes, they themselves are going to Africa. They themselves are starting businesses there because they know that the end of the world only means the end of Europe, not of Africa. The end of the world only means the end of the West, but not of Africa. Remember that. By that I say, I am Nabi Kefa. Kosi Ntoma Kefa. Your teaching the awakening. May Congo reign. Ingeta.